Hello, Battleground Tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy Mystic Quest with me, BlueAnkylo. In the last episode, we came to Aquarius, went to the Wintry Cave, cleared out a lot of battlegrounds, got the Libra Crest, and unfortunately unlocked another battlefield. So, I suppose I might as well do this one as well. Now we have desert hags that look more like fish in the ice. I don't know, it's a bit strange. I think they're weak against something, maybe bombs. Also, if you're wondering, I did go back to town and rest up at the inn. Nope, they're not weak against bombs, that's for sure. I don't know, are they weak against maybe the claw? Doesn't matter, we didn't get to find out. We'll fight lots of those anyway. Anyway, as usual, I'll clear out the majority of this battlefield off camera just to save some time and, you know, keep everyone happy and not from skipping ahead in the video too much. See you guys in a second. Many desert hags were murdered, and now we continue. So, one thing of note, these are the first enemies that are both weak to fire, and Phoebe can't kill 3 of at once. As you can see, they're strong enough. Well, actually, sorry. Blue went first, but even if Phoebe had went first, you wouldn't have been able to kill them all in one shot. So you had to use 2 casts. And we didn't get anything. Of course not. Anyway, because we got the Libra Crest last episode, where we're supposed to go, I'm going to use a lot of speeding. I don't like the ice area for whatever reason. I always get bored when I'm doing this section, so I'll be zipping through stuff a little bit more often. But now that we have the Libra Crest, we can use the Libra Crest. This must be the Spring of Life. It looks rather unspringful. Yeah, there's no water. It's hopeless. Don't give up. Let's have a look. Who's inside? Who's guessing? If you guess who's in here, you get 1 BlueAnkylo point. Did you guess creepy old man on the cloud? Okay, we need the wake water to melt the ice. But the wake water is dried up. It's hopeless. So he tells us just to take the wake water and go back to Aquaria. Thanks. He gave it to us. What a nice guy. Why didn't he do that instead of making us get the Libra Crest? He obviously had it with him all along. What a weird dude. You can go outside here, but it doesn't really do you much good. Other than you can see a ship that's inside of the mountain. I'm sure no captain would ever sail his ship there. Mac or not. Spoiler alert, we'll be going to that ship at some point. Also, you can see how easy it is to get full ammo. Okay, we can't go up yet to fight yet more battlegrounds, but for now, let's go back to town. So with the renewed power of the wake water, I'm actually not controlling it. We're just going to run here automatically. This little leaf is very important. You use some wake water, the leaf turns green, and nothing happens. Kind of like when we killed the tree outside of the first town. Yeah, funny how that works. Oh, we need the crystal of water. Ha ha! Now we got to go to the ice pyramid. Ha ha ha! Yay! Pretty much what you'd expect, though. In fact, this is an ongoing theme for this game. Small fix, doesn't work, need to get the crystal. I think, though, yes, we can buy cure potions now. If you want, you could stock up on these. I recommend saving your money for other things. And this guy, right, explosives. Definitely don't waste your money on explosives. If you need more cure potions, just go back to the first town. Really not a big deal. Okay, so now that that's covered, we can go up here, because we couldn't walk on the ice here of the icy lake until we got the wake water, for some reason. Don't ask me, I just play the game. Okay, so, Falls Basin. Let's push this out of the way. Yes, an important thing to note here is you can push the little ledges, and the astute viewer might notice that we may be on some jumping puzzles at some point. So let's make sure to leave these pillars in useful locations. I guess we'll figure it out. We'll use some frame skipping to save some backtracking time, but other than that, it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, one of these guys, not too dangerous. There we go. Only in groups can they really pose us any threat. So there is a treasure chest up there, and you find the first ledge. Okay, maybe you could have seen this ahead of time. Suffice to say, there needs to be a pillar there. So, let's move it up. This is a puzzle. It's really, really difficult. Try not to push it into a corner. If you push it into a corner, you have to leave the area to get them to reset, because you can't get them out of corners. You can't pull it or anything. So, try not to mess it up too much. Alright, more of these little monsters. I don't think there's any way for Blue to kill them in one shot right now. They have quite a lot of life, a lot of HPs. So that's what we're going to do. Take a little bit of damage, no big deal. Now we'll fight some sirens, I think. Lamias, sorry. Almost like sirens. These ones... Yeah, Phoebe can still kill them in one hit. Of course, now she's asleep. A new condition. We've never seen that before. Luckily, Blue gets the critical hit and finishes her off quickly. Alright. Still, the puzzles aren't too difficult. Assumedly, you guys could have figured that out on your own. Assumedly. More Lamias. Alright. You know, this time, we'll, yeah, we'll thunder them all. Should do it. Good job, Blue, though. That was a surprise. I wasn't expecting a critical hit from Blue. So be careful around here not to get it stuck in a corner. That's the only real tip I'll give you. Try not to get them stuck in a corner. So push it down a little bit, and then right there. Now, if we follow ahead, I think I need to push one more block. Yeah. We'll need something around here so that we can get to the treasure chest. And we might as well use this one. Although I believe there's 2 pedestals you could move. Anyway, that should do it. Zippity zip. Kill some more desert hags. I always think of them as Sahagins from like the original Final Fantasies, which were like water ocean monsters instead of like strange desert hags, even though they're not in the desert at all. Also of interesting note, I'm getting the feeling that the claws actually have a much higher critical chance than the other weapons. So perhaps if you can only kill an enemy in 2 hits, the claw might be more useful because it has the chance of doing double damage. More often, anyway. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. This desert hags, if you attack them with a hit that does not kill them, they will counter and do some damage back to you, which is annoying, but eh. If I just stay on top of healing myself, we're not in any big danger. Alright, now we could fight this crab, or we could go get this treasure first, which gets us the heal spell for our old pal Blue. So now he can cure status ailments as well. Alright, crab, let's do it. Alright, so we got a mini-boss, I think. A snow crab. And you know what? Because I feel like burning the house down, we're just going to use some fire. Should work pretty well. Actually, it does not work on the crab at all, interestingly enough. I was not expecting that. I think crabs are usually weak against axes. And apparently fire doesn't work on him, which is strange. But yeah, the axe works pretty good. He likes to use the ice attack. Phoebe is resisting ice attacks. Remember, maybe a couple episodes ago, I was wondering whether or not elemental resistances for NPCs, or at least the second character, actually worked. The answer appears to be yes! She is taking probably half damage from water attacks, which is cool. I'm glad to see that. Anyway, this guy should go down in no time. He's not that difficult. We'll switch to bombs just in case I attack. Now, I can use a spell, obviously, but nah, we're good. Okay. Crab bites the dust. You can use explosives. And then she gives us jumbo bombs. Thanks, Phoebe. You could have done that earlier. That's the second weapon she's given us. So now we've got very powerful, in fact, even more strong than the Bow of Grace bombs. Basically, almost twice as strong as the original bombs. As usual, though, they spread the damage over groups, so I don't use them all that often. I don't know why we needed a jumbo bomb to open that door, but I'm not going to argue. Anyway, now we can go up and into another battlefield. Hooray! Everyone's favorite. What do we get in this one? Probably, well, new enemies, actually. Unexpected attack. Oh, good. This is actually a bad way to start. Oh, muffle. This is trying to silence you. We're probably both immune to that, though, so it's kind of a interesting choice that we would fight these now. Because now that we're both immune to silence, they finally give us enemies that can silence you. Oh, and they can cure themselves. Right. So if you don't kill them, they can cure themselves. It's kind of fun. Anyway, as usual, I'll nearly clear this off camera, and I'll see you back in a second. Many Lamias and mages were killed, and now we finish them off. With a couple extra mages, which is fine. So, yeah, we've been having a good time. I did take the break to go heal up before this fight, just because I like you guys so much, and I'm trying to keep this series going quickly. 540 experience. Just as a note, that's not even close to a level up. Clearing these out isn't terribly useful unless you get an item. If it does give you an item, it's very nice, but such is life. Anyway, welcome to the Ice Pyramid. When I first got here as a kid, it was very frustrating, because for one, I didn't even know how to get through the first door. Pretty sad. Remember when I told you to remember the sword is pokey? Well, not the green ones, the blue ones. Can't reach it. Let's push it with something. When I saw that, I never thought to use the sword. I tried pushing it for a long, long time before I poked it with the sword. Live and learn. I was young. Anyway, welcome to the Ice Pyramid. Someone in town mentioned that the enemies are invisible, so you can't see any. There are enemies around. I'm dodging most of them. I don't remember where they all are, but I think I dodged what I could. Anyway, there was no way to dodge this guy. Also, if you don't know where to go, the first time you come here, you'll probably end up running around fighting invisible enemies for quite a long time. I feel sorry for you. If you're following a walkthrough or have played it before, you'll probably know to go right from the entrance. Why do you go right? Because the most important item in this dungeon is right over there. We'll just use bombs. I've got lots of bombs right now, and these enemies take a lot of hits. So, and they like to put you to sleep, and once you're asleep, it gets a little bit harder to finish them off. Claw will be fine. There we go. I don't like Lamias very much. They're a pain. Okay, so with this, we get the magic mirror, which does, well, maybe not what you'd think. Instead of looking at yourself, it lets you see the enemies on the in the dungeon. So, maybe I didn't dodge any, but I thought I was. Point is, we can see the enemies now, and we can choose to fight them or not, which is good. I will be trying to rush through this temple because I don't like it very much. I don't like the enemies we fight. I don't like enemies that do counterattacks very much, and enemies that confuse you and put you to sleep are kind of annoying. So I'll try to avoid as many of those as I can just to get through here in a reasonable time, considering we're already 12 minutes in, and this is a fairly long dungeon. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, both the ice cave and the ice pyramid are like my two least favorite dungeons in this entire game. So the sooner I get through these, the happier I will be. I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's not my favorite place. Kind of lucky that she put Blue to sleep, and then the desert hag woke him up. Trying to remember the best way through this area. Once you kill them, they stay dead at least, but I should really remember to have Phoebe kill the desert hag because they don't counter. Although killing the Lamias quickly is very useful too. It's a tough call. I think probably having both of them attack Lamias the first round is... Okay, this is a way up. This dungeon has a bit more of a maze to it. It's much less linear than the previous dungeons. So you have to bear with me while I try to remember the best way through it. At least we'll be using a lot of frame skipping. Assuming you don't mind frame skipping to save some time. Assuming Phoebe goes first, then we can finish this guy off with a bomb, yeah. Pretty effective. Now that we have jumbo bombs, they do a lot of damage. Is there anything in this one? Well, there's something here. We get some arrows. Well, we were a little low. Not a big deal, I guess. We'll see if we can, like, paralyze one or something. You never know. Doesn't happen very often. Usually they just get poisoned. Good job. Didn't even finish it off. Come on, someone hit it. Yay, a level up. Well, we're almost caught up with Phoebe. But you'll notice I'm still not one-shotting enemies yet, which is disappointing. I will focus down the Lamia first. One of the convenient things... Oh, that sucks. With mages is that as long as you damage one, they tend to waste a turn healing themselves. Which is quite useful. Whatever, might as well kill it. Although they didn't that turn. A lot of the times, they will waste a turn healing themselves. I say waste, it takes longer to win the battle, but at least they're not attacking you. Which is, in my opinion, a good call. Feels like this might be one of the right ways to go. There is a couple items we need to get while we're here, though. So we got some chickens, stony roosts, giant chickens. This is the first enemy you can do over 1,000 damage to, though, thanks to their huge weakness to arrows and critical hits. Is there anything over here? Yeah, I'll kill the squid. Squid should be weak to axe, although I have a feeling the Sphinx... Well, it might have enough HP that Phoebe can't one-shot it. I'm not 100% sure. These enemies are a little bit tougher. Still, let's just blast through. No big deal, right? Some more arrows. Probably not really worth my time, but it's all good. Yeah, that's what I thought. They actually have enough HP that Phoebe can't just kill them immediately. Some of these things I remember from playing it before. Because Phoebe never gets any stronger, it's easy to know her base damage. Alright, now where are we? This looks like I went the wrong way. Do I even bother? Fine. We'll go get the chest while we're here. The birds are weak to arrows, so we might as well have her hit them. And the wizard, or the mages, are a fairly low threat. In fact, the only enemy that's really annoying is the lamias around here. They're the ones that are really a pain. Hey, our first robots, the gatherers. I happen to know that they're weak against bombs. And in fact, you can kill 2 at once with bombs. That's how strong bombs are and how weak they are. And we'll use bombs on a single target, why not? Speeds it up. Seeing as those guys are fairly strong. Heal potions and some arrows. Not the most valuable direction to go. In fact, if I was writing a walkthrough, I would say you might as well not even bother going this direction. We'll avoid the rest of the monsters and go back to the first floor, because apparently I picked the wrong staircase. There's probably 3 or 4 on this floor. You probably don't need to go through them all. Unfortunately, it's been just long enough since I played that I don't remember which way's a dead end and which way's the right way. I wish Phoebe would not miss so often. I don't know. It just feels like we're getting a little bit unlucky every now and then. It's probably just me, though. It's just me. Alright, we'll do a little bit of healing because, you know. Alright, so there's nothing to the left. We already know that. There is a staircase up there. I guess we'll go to the staircase up here next. Doesn't take too many battles to get here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this dungeon in one episode. I'm going to do my best to go fast and make it all the way through, but it's going to take a lot of frame skipping, and unfortunately there's just a lot of enemies to fight. And I hate these. I don't know what it is about these enemies. For whatever reason, they just bother me. They're annoying enemies. Enemies that can put you to sleep and confuse you. They're just, I don't know. In any game I play, that's always the most annoying. I'd rather they just did damage, and then we could just heal after the battle. That'd be way better. I mean, both being put to sleep and confused, look at this. Look at this! Alright, we got a little bit lucky on the confused shot there, but it's good. So there's stairs below us, stairs above us. This looks like just a boring chest, but we might as well get it while we're here. It's pretty rare that the consumables are oh, we got actually petrified. Petrified counts as dead. If both people are petrified, you lose. Game over, man. Although, you just start the battle over again. Arrows. Nah, not very valuable. Alright, can we get in there from this side? Definitely not. So, by process of elimination, that is probably the direction we should have gone. I think we have to go down and around to get there. So, it turns out I'm clearing out this dungeon far more than I wanted, which is very disappointing. I was hoping my memory would have been good enough that this wouldn't happen. Oh well. No big deal. Get a couple levels up. In fact, yeah, this is the one I was looking for, right? Pretty sure. Couple levels up. You know, no big deal. Because of the extra speed, it's not nearly as painful as it would have been on the original Super Nintendo. Imagine doing this all at half or a third the speed I'm doing it right now. I don't know. Seems like that's a little bit slow. Seriously? Nothing here either? What am I missing? Is there still another staircase? Have I gone to every wrong staircase on this floor? I must have missed one. So it's got to be this way, I guess. Yeah, there's one more. Dang it! Can't believe I went the wrong way, like, every time. That's pretty sad. Alright, well, by final process of elimination, this is the only one left. So it must be this direction. Yay! We've basically finished the first floor. Well, as far as I remember, although that was a nice kill, there shouldn't be too many more mazes. Like, that was the only really non-linear area. After that, it should be fairly straightforward. Unfortunately, we still have a fairly long way to go. I promise to go as quick as I can. Although I wonder about that sometimes for Let's Plays. I don't know if it's always best to go as fast as possible, but I don't want these to get boring. And this game, one of the downsides I could say is that the battles do get pretty repetitive. That's why I cut out the battlegrounds. Oops, actually I'd rather, I'd rather Phoebe kills the Lamia, because it's the annoying one. But yeah, the battles can get a bit repetitive, so I will especially fast forward through as many of these as I need to, just to keep the pacing up. I don't know, feel free to leave comments if you disagree with my choice, and I'll consider them in the future. I don't know. I like to keep the episodes rolling at a good speed. When I watch people Let's Play games, you know, it can get boring. It certainly can. But at some point, if you're rushing through it all, then you kind of miss, I don't know, you miss some of the fun the game has to offer if you just go to normal speed. Okay, we got a first strike, so although we'll get a counterattack, we should be able to clear the board before they attack us. So, that's fine. As long as you get a first strike, there's no need to switch to magic or anything. It feels like we're working our way through these fights pretty quickly. As long as there's no Lamias to put us asleep and confuse us, it's not too bad. A little bit lucky on the Petrify. I mean, that could cause some serious problems. I like to use bombs on these guys because they're so weak against it. And Phoebe can't one-shot them. So that saves us some time. I'm pretty sure I have to go this direction first. This is one of the areas I sort of remember. I'm pretty sure I have to hit this switch before we go left. So, I will. Oh, good job, Phoebe. Now, you could conserve ammo by making Phoebe defend or something instead of attack when you know that Blue's going to kill them all with one shot anyway. I guess I'll get the chest here, why not? Like, if you're fighting two robots, you could have Phoebe defend so she doesn't waste any arrows and then just let Blue, because the bombs never miss, you could definitely have him, you know, finish the battle automatically. It would save you some ammo, but honestly, I don't think it's probably not worth the time it takes to make the menu selections. One unit of ammo is not going to change your game. Unless, I don't know, it would be very difficult to run out of ammo in this game. Like, you would have to do a lot of grinding or somehow miss all the chests that they give you that have ammo for free in it. I mean, I haven't meant to, but I have found a lot of the arrow boxes in this dungeon that refill Phoebe's ammunition. You could certainly miss those much easier if you went the better direction. Suffice to say, I'm not going to worry about it. And I don't think you should worry about it either. Use bombs if you want to use bombs. You can always buy more if you need to. Or you could go to somewhere where there's a chest. Like the Focus Tower is the best place to load up on bombs for free. I may show that off later on. It's very easy. So, because Phoebe missed, we took some damage. I blame her. Thanks, Phoebe. Twice! Oh, man. They could have killed Blue that turn if they just focused on him. Come on, Phoebe. Go first and kill. There we go. Then Blue finishes off with the bombs and we're good. Because there's very little consequence for dying in this game, I often play it a little bit more risky than I would in other games. If, when you died, you got sent back to the last save or back to town, I would probably be a little bit more careful. But what happens if you die? You just do the battle over again. It's not a big deal. Even bosses, it's like no big deal. Well, there was nothing I could have done that turn. In one round, they petrified both of us. Sometimes the game is very unfair. I don't think there was any possible way to avoid that death. We were at full health, and they just... Yeah, I mean, they could do it again right here. I could have healed Blue that time. I don't think it would have made a huge difference in our survivability. So, hopefully we get an armor piece that makes us immune to stone at some point. Arrows and bombs, not the most useful. Ammo, it's good. It's not a big deal. So, in some senses, I am glad that if you die, you just do the battle over again, because some battles, you just get really bad luck. Either enemy has an instant kill attack or an instant stone attack, and because there's only 2 of you, if you're not immune, you just die, and that's the end of that. If you're immune, well, you'll do better. Well, we got another floor done. We're up to floor 4. Now we can see some treasure. Good. I think that might have the kind of armor in it that we need to help us out a bit. I'm not 100% sure. I have a feeling this episode's going to go a little bit long, but I will finish this dungeon in this episode just to keep the video all together, basically. This is going to be a bit of a tough fight. I'm not sure if the bomb can kill the robot when it's split across 3. It's possible. Nah, it's not going to be enough. At least she could kill the Sphinx. Well, one more bomb, maybe? Actually, the fire could have been worse attacks. At least she didn't kill us instead. One of the worst things is when your friend, or basically when someone gets confused, if they use the wizard spells, they have a high chance of one-shotting the whole party if they target, you. Okay, so we can't get into that central room yet. There's probably a trick to it. In fact, I know there's a trick to it. We'll get there. Alright, so, if you fall off in this area, you will fall down. It's not particularly complicated, it's just the way it works. What was I saying? Was I saying something important? I may have forgotten something I was talking about. Sorry about that. It happens. Now, you might think you could jump across these. You'd be correct in some cases, but not all. You have to be very careful where you jump, or else you'll just end up falling to your doom. It's not really doom, it's just backtracking. Now, if things work out, Phoebe will go first. She did not go first. If she had gone first, we could have cleared them in 1 round. Oh yeah, they self-destruct. That's annoying. Actually, no. We don't need to use the bombs. Save the bomb. Should have saved the arrow too, but whatever. Okay, we might as well do a bit of healing. Yeah, it's time for some heals. Phoebe is pretty good at healing. You should probably use Blue's heal spell to conserve Phoebe's cures, because she's so much better at curing. Anyway, that seems pretty obvious, and you can probably guess what happens here. Oh look, we fell. Now, I actually messed it up. I should have fallen onto the outside first to get that chest, so yeah, we're going to have to do a bit of backtracking in a second. This is where you want to go after that. My bad. We'll just go all the way down. We will get some treasure, though. Just not the treasure I was looking for. If Phoebe goes first... She does not. I think we've got enough levels up now that Blue is probably got a higher speed stat than Phoebe. In fact, I will check, just for interest's sake here. Actually, they're tied. That's why I can't figure out who goes first. They're actually tied. Yay! A new weapon! The Knight Sword! Woohoo! So if I look at weapons, which is where I wanted to, 95. Almost as strong as a bomb. Single target, always. And slightly better than the bow. So now we're pretty much on par with Phoebe. Except that we've got better base attack, so we get even more damage from level ups, essentially. Alright. So, that's kind of cool. I think the Knight Sword looks cool. And I think we'll be able to kill these guys in 1 hit. Yeah. That's why you really like getting the Knight Sword. It makes all this area much quicker. So, I guess I might as well open these up. There's no need to fight all those enemies, unless you really just feel like you want to for some reason. I don't know. I can't believe I missed that one... It's really bad, actually. I missed that one treasure chest. Hello, Golem, Ice Golem dude. Mwaha! And he teleports away. See, I knew I wasn't going to fight him. Now, technically, we're on the upper floor, so we have to go underground, sort of, to get out. So you have to go down the stairs and around. It's a little bit confusing, but it's not too bad, right? This was an early Super Nintendo game, so the layering effects may not look as nicely tidy as, say, Final Fantasy VI or Chrono Trigger, for instance. This was one of the early games to get released on the Super Nintendo, certainly. Alright. Let's get out of here. Hopefully I can go back and get that treasure before too much longer. In this case, we're going to use some bombs. That should kill that for sure. And then we should be able to finish these guys off. I think if I didn't use the bomb, we wouldn't have had enough damage to kill them in 2 rounds. I think. I guess we could find out. The thing is, Phoebe can't one-shot anything in this room. So if you use bombs, that's enough damage that she can one-shot stuff. And then the two of them can kill whatever's left. If that makes sense. Okay, so we're back here. Underneath. So it's a little bit different area. It's kind of weird how you phase through like that. But you can kind of see how it works. I don't think we can get up. Yeah, you can't actually connect up from there. You can fall off, and I want to do this just so I can get this item. Even though, if I hadn't done this, I could have finished the dungeon a little bit quicker. Now, we're actually maxed on arrows, so there's no point worrying about picking those up anymore. Anyway, there's some fights around here that are really good for leveling up, like the robot fights, because they're pretty easy, and you can generally kill it in one turn. So, if you need some levels up, certain enemy groups are much better for your time. You can just kill everything if you really want, but sometimes you can fight a certain group much quicker than others. That's why I would avoid the Lamias and the Sphinxes and stuff. Okay, noble armor. I knew it was something important. So this is something valuable. It will protect us from water, or half damage from water, similar to Phoebe, right? Yeah, although she's got wind protection too. And I think that's the poison symbol? I think? So I think our hero now is immune to poison and mute or silence. So let's just run around. We have to do a little bit of backtracking. I know we're at 30 minutes, but we are almost done now. Now that we've got that noble armor, we should be able to just walk around here carefully. There is a couple brown chests in this room that we could have gotten. I don't care. It's probably mostly just like arrows and bombs and stuff that I don't really need. It's possible that some of those chests that I missed had like seeds in them or something, which would have been useful, but whatever. I don't feel like going through all that trouble right now. I just want to end this dungeon because I'm kind of tired of this dungeon. I don't know about you guys. You can see I definitely missed a fair number of chests. Alright, now I believe this is the final room. Yeah. So let's do this carefully. I think you can jump over the holes. I'm pretty sure you can, but I'll just walk carefully, just in case. You think you're a knight, huh? Alright, the second main boss. The Ice Golem. Now, you may expect him to be weak against fire. You may be correct. You may be wrong. Usually, the wizard spells do more damage anyway. He's weak. 450 damage. Not bad. Throws an ice block. She's strong against water. See, one of the reasons I really wanted to get that noble armor is I knew that the boss uses water attacks, and without them, blue would take full damage, which is bad, because this guy can do a lot of damage. And I think what I'll do is I'll have Phoebe do some healing. No need to single target with her. She generally heals enough to heal you to full with both people. You could single target, but I don't think it would really be useful. Hopefully we've got enough magic to finish this guy off. That's usually how I like to fight bosses. If you've got the spell that they're weak against, or just strong spells, you might as well just use those. Actually, I should check. It's possible Phoebe's fire spell would actually do more than her thunder spell. I think the base thunder damage is higher, but he is weak against fire. So, yeah, actually, I was doing it kind of wrong. I made a mistake. Because... Sorry, Thunder was doing like 474 from Phoebe. Her fire spell is actually pretty significantly stronger. Oh no! He killed Phoebe! Well, that's unfortunate. I was hoping Blue would go first. Well, we do not have the life spell. Well, I think that's what the refreshers are for. We'll find out. Nope. I don't even know what the refresher did. Did you guys read what it said quickly? I'm kind of screwed right now. I can't bring Phoebe back from the dead because I don't have the spell to do it. And I don't think I can kill him. I think I'm probably just going to die now. Dang it! Yeah, totally killed. Wow. Alright, well, let's try this again. Let's start with fire. And let's be a little bit more proactive about keeping Phoebe alive. She can resurrect Blue, but Blue cannot resurrect her. Alright, sorry about that. That was a little bit disappointing. We'll just go pure on fire for a couple rounds. And I think I will have Blue heal himself. Let Phoebe do some more damage. Come on, seriously, every time I try to heal. Alright, well, you do resurrect with full life at least, which is pretty good. Come on. Critical hit, 400 damage is just bull. Alright. We'll try to heal again. I think it just depends on who goes first, which is just luck for agility. I think we probably all have the same agility, is the problem. Let's just have Blue heal for a while. We'll be safe. Seeing as we know he can do like 400 or 500 damage with a crit. Alright, come on, Ice Golem, you gotta go down. He does heal himself with that spell, which is pretty annoying. It's part of the trouble. Alright, how much does he heal himself? We take 120, he gets 200 life. Yeah, that's a pretty good spell he's got there. Oh, well, at least we can do 600 per turn. Alright, we got him, no problem. One death because he got a lucky crit on Blue before I could... Or no, a lucky hit on crit on Phoebe before I had a chance to heal her. Oh, well. Like I said, because the consequences of dying are so low, I don't really care if we die once or twice. It's not the worst thing. Anyway, Ice Crystal! Or Water Crystal, I think, strictly speaking. Yay! She'll go back to Aquaria and ditches us. Thanks, Phoebe. Totally ditched us. Anyway, don't forget to pick up the river coin. As the sand coin, you will need it. Let's test this out. Yeah, you can jump over that. Oops. And that's what happens if you miss jump. Anyway, I will backtrack my way out of here off camera because, you know, it takes a bit of time and I don't want to fight stuff on my own. That would be horrible. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the slightly longer episode if you don't like that sort of thing. If you do like it, you're welcome. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.